Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. Welcome to Comics Nation tonight. We've got a wonderful guest coming tonight. He's been seen here on the channel before, and he's been making the rounds lately. And honestly, he has got the type of collection that it's worth making the rounds for. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the channel, Mr. Mike Chonko.
Everyone.
How are you doing there, Mike?
Good. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, pretty good. There's a lot of people out there that might not know that your name is actually Mike and that Chonko's the dog. So I thought I would point that out today.
It's not my government name. My parents didn't have that kind of a sense of humor.
Yes. And I personally love when you actually refer to actual Chonko on your videos. I've pretty much watched everything you've put out since I've discovered you, at least. It may not be in day one, but since the day you popped on here for the first time on a live stream, we've had I subbed you up and I've been watching ever since. And to be honest, you have a lot of books that are very impressive, and getting to see them over that. Your Mark Spears collection is impressive. Thanks to you, I have Mark Spears books for the first time, and I was very happy. I wasn't able to get one on Free Comic Book Day. I thought I had grabbed one because Alan had grabbed one. I went with Alan on Free Comic Day, and he grabbed one, and I thought I did have one and discovered at home I didn't. So I don't know what to do. Apparently they're like $25 already online. It's like,
it's crazy.
No, that's like, I mean,
yeah.
You know, you don't think sometimes, and you get distracted. I had my kids with me. For those that haven't seen my video about it, my kids were with me, and that's why I didn't tape at the store, because I don't, my wife and I don't believe in putting the kids on until they're 18.
It's a good idea.
I have no problem with people who decide to. That's just what we do at our family, because my son, it drives him crazy because he wants to do nothing more than to get on here with me. Right. And I'm like, you're 16. You're not ready yet.
Yeah.
You know, talk to me in 2 years.
It's a good policy.
Okay. So we're going to do a couple things first here. If you read what I've got on the scrolling down there, I have listed a few people who are very close to milestones out there that are friends of the channel. So if you're not subscribed to any of them, please go ahead and try and get them there. I'd like Dope especially is 3 away from 900. I'd like to see Dope get over that mark tonight if possible. Hall is close to 400. Alan is very close to 5,000. There's a couple of other notes down there, as I said. So before we get too much farther, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Lyle was first, 3 hours early.
Big Lyle.
Robbie, welcome to the show.
Robbie.
Dan's Comic Corner.
Yo, Dan.
Johnny's Comic Stuff, who's forced. And before we really get into talking with Chonko tonight, I would like to point out that I got an A-OK from Mr. Johnny's Comic Stuff that I am going to open up tonight after we talk to the chat here.
Good dude, Johnny.
Hello, AG. Good to see you. That was one kick-ass interview with Alan.
Oh,
K. Munin, welcome to the show.
K. Munin.
And there's Lyle again. And let's see here. We've got Celia's in the house. Hi, Gotham and Glam.
Yo, Gigi.
We've got Bradazzle tonight. Hi.
Hello.
And Comic Mike's here. Hi, Comic Mike.
Yo, Mike.
And Matt, Chonko, and everyone from Wayne Smith. Thank you.
Yo, Wayne.
And Johnny's telling us you haven't seen them yet. The 2 Mount Spears are fantastic. Well, I don't think I've seen them, but I'm certainly going to keep an eye out for them because of this gentleman right here to this side. Okay, he is. I am becoming a very appreciative fan of Mark Spears' art. So, oh well, that's cool, Lyle. All right, so I'm just going to have Chonko go off and make myself big for a few minutes while we do this little opening. Now, I don't know if this is comics or a pillow because it's really soft. Maybe I'll keep the bubble wrap thing because I could use a pillow. I'm joking, of course. Will we have Chonko tears? I don't know. He's not the one opening tonight. Luckily, I've got my trusty knife. Yeah, so, Chonko, do you think that people are really doing this on purpose now? I am really beginning to wonder.
It's
I
not.
swear you get the worst luck when it comes to...
It's also I'm like hypersensitive to it, and I make a big deal out of it.
Well, actually, it's to be honest, it makes for great TV. I laugh because now, if there's one thing everybody out there knows you for, it is the Chonko tears.
It's true. It's true.
But we got bubble wrap. Does everybody know the bubble wrap? Hey, bubble, it's the rappy wrap. No, anyway.
Is that a real thing?
No, but I was sufficiently hilarious the other day because I always tell my kids that there's a song for everything, and they don't believe me. And so I actually said, "Oh crap!" the other day, like, "Okay, Google, oh crap," and the next thing you know, they're playing this song, this punk song from the '70s.
My camera. I've lost my camera. I'll have it back here in a minute.
There we go. Bubble wrap gone. This is actually quite well wrapped. It is not a diaper box. And Chonko, please, I hope your camera fixes.
Yeah, I'm messing with it right now, trying to get it back.
I want to thank very much before we get into this, Johnny, because this was really nice of you, and I want you to know that the AOK is very, very appreciated. I've got to get more AOKs going. I've been so busy wrapped up with all my giveaways and getting everything set up that I haven't been able to make the visits to places I go to usually get the books. So, now this looks cool. This looks really cool. All right, looks like we're getting in there. We're getting closer. Okay, there we go. Well, I've seen one right now, Johnny, and I definitely don't have that. Oh, wow. No way. Oh, my gosh. Well, Johnny, I can tell you that I literally do not have any of these books. So let us begin with the ones that start. We've got a super comic in Spanish. It's El Supermanaliente de Metropolis. Very cool. This is one of the... oh, Johnny, I like them. I've seen them, and I cannot believe what's there. It's amazing. Okay. This is my first foreign copy outside of one British book. Make that two. This one is Superman with Batman, and it's in German. And actually, I read German, so I can actually read this one. So that'd be really cool. This is issue, according to this is issue 25, 28 November 1979. Looking forward to that. That's Thorn on the cover with him, and that looks really cool. Now, Nate's here. Hi, Nate. Nate's going to really like the next two. Hi, Thomas. I'm just Cat. Hi, Big Nasty. I'm just Cat. Hi, Legion. I'm just saying hi to everybody who's shown up in the last few minutes. I do not have this. This is Superman's Pal, number 59. And Nate, you're going to love the cover. It's a body transformation. That's Thorn, K. Munin. He's asking who the woman is on the cover of the German edition. I also do not have this one. This is Jimmy Olsen 62, which has him as Elastic Lad. I love Elastic Lad. Jimmy as a Legionnaire is awesome. Another one, like I can't believe these books there, Johnny. These is amazing. Lois Lane 83. Wow. Where can we get those snazzy outfits? Not sure. But I would imagine that, like you just go to to the woman that's in the movie there, The Incredibles, and I think you could be able to get that. But here's the pièce de résistance, and this is way too much, but I thank you so much, Johnny. Johnny has given me a copy of Superman 147.
Wow.
The Legion of Supervillains. I mean, it's 10 cents Superman. It is a huge key. This is a real banger, and I'm really, really, really humbled, and I really, really want to thank you for the books you gave me. Chonko, have we had any luck with your camera?
I think I'm going to need to rejoin, Matt.
All right, you go right back. I'll keep the troops entertained in the meantime. Welcome to the USO. It's Matt. IJSS Brooklyn. Good to see you. And wow, I'm glad to see your wrenches there. Who the heck knows I'm on camera? Hi, Lau. Welcome to the show. I'm just trying to catch up everybody who is here. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. That's right, Big Nasty. That is one spicy sausage. All right. Chonko's camera's working again. It's good to see. So, Chonko, I'm going to make you big. And I cannot believe. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Yeah, that is a spicy sausage.
Yeah. If you're not subscribed to him, you should be. His content is fantastic. He's also got some great. He's got some great photos as well on Instagram. You should be checking Johnny out. All right. The floor is now yours.
All right. Crisis averted. We were able to get the camera back. So I was going to show some like more recent stuff, some stuff. Some of it, if people watch my channel, maybe you've seen some of it, and some of it maybe you have not seen. But I was on with Nathan Hagen on Sunday, and I showed some stuff from Nightmare Weekend, and but I neglected a couple things that I said I was going to show, and it's these at the convention that I was just at the weekend last weekend. They had certain places that had comics, and one was a hot sauce company had 2 comics for their hot sauce, and it's this axe and hammer.
Nice.
And they derive their powers from like capsaicin, like from the hot sauce.
Yes, I know what you're. I know is it Capistan or capsaicin?
Yeah. So the like the spice from the hot sauce. Yeah, they're like licking it off their hand and getting power from the hot sauce. And they have 2 issues of this, which is already crazy enough to have one hot sauce related comic book, but there are 2 of them from Gindo's, the Spice of Life, just outside of Chicago. So that was kind of fun. And I mean, since you mentioned Mark Spears, we're just going to show a few things, but just got here's a Mark Spears Monsters #0 with
nice
the Wolfman on there.
Yeah, I think they're up to issue 5.
I think 5 just dropped. I don't have it yet.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I saw it on the list. Yeah.
This is a C2E2 exclusive. Dracula on for this was the like Spider-Man Series 2, the Todd McFarlane #1 homage. Dracula kind of bending down.
Okay, Thomas is saying 4 just came out.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I haven't really. I have so many issues of it, and so many of them are Virgin variants. I can barely keep up. It's
you know what? I may have seen that looking at next month's books because I was looking to see if I was missing any annuals.
Yeah,
Mine did.
Yeah. And I always order them, so I never know when they're arriving. But another newer Mark Spears thing he just did. It's a red Sonja and Ash from Army of Darkness. Did these?
Nice.
This is and this one is a 1:20 ratio.
Mm-hmm. Can you hold that up for just a second? I want to see
Sure.
the Sonya for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's in the. I thought for a second she was in full armor. Okay,
No,
she's in the.
no. But I got that, and of course I got the foil too.
Very nice. Next week is the first time I'm getting two different covers for a book at the same time. I've ordered two different copies of Supergirl 1 coming out next week.
Nice. Yeah,
Wayne has some information about one of my comics here. The first comic I showed is from Editorial Navarro in Mexico. The comics in Mexico came in 3 sizes: hummingbird, eagle, and ostrich. Wow, nice. It's good to know. I was going to be looking it up after, and I appreciate. And that is true, Johnny. She's armored on the important parts.
Right. But yeah, I just recently I got an AOK just kind of out of the blue. And I was stunned. Like Dope Comics sent me a box, and he was just, "Hey, what's your address?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." I thought he maybe had 1 or 2 things he just wanted to send me, but he sent me something enormous. Like he sent me, this is an LB Cole from 1951. This White Rider and Super Horse. So this, yeah, he just like out of the blue sent me this very rare comic.
Yeah, I think you showed that on one of the other channels, this weekend. That's an amazing book.
Yeah, I've shown this on mine, and I'm not sure. I might have, but I wanted to show it again and again. And yeah, I mean, in a really high grade. They're like only like 30 of these or something on Census. And just another reminder: subscribe to Dope Comics. First off, not only is Dope a good guy, but he is absolutely, without question or reservation, the funniest comic book YouTuber.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
I am amazed at his skill at. I wish I had the patience and the skill and the time to learn how to edit. It's one of the reasons I don't edit my videos and I just go, because if I don't go, I'm gonna self-doubt myself, and editing would take forever. So
yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not that skilled and I don't have that time. So anybody like Hall, or yourself that I've seen you do some editing, or Dope that has the time to make those kind of videos, I applaud that. Like,
CapCut is really easy. I don't know if you're using CapCut, but it's
I do have CapCut for when I have to take out like an accidental swear, or I accidentally show an address. That kind of thing. I mean, like, this is what I usually do. Before I show things, hang on here. Before I show things, I usually black out the addresses, but there's occasions where I've forgotten.
Right.
So I've had to go back and take them out. So
I'm sure I've done that before. I definitely try not to. That's a bad thing, especially when you're hurling insults and and at these people who are with the bad packaging. It's probably not the best idea. But
it happens. The thing is, like as I said, your 2 things are going to happen with that packaging thing. You are either going to become the guy who whines about everything and no one wants to send you anything, or people are going to go out of their way to screw it up, so they want to see what your reaction would be on camera.
Right. It's a thing, like now I feel compelled to do it. And
Kate Newton likes your insults.
And I think there are a couple schools of thoughts, which is why I'm leaving it to the end now when I have bad packaging, because people can they can bail on the video. They don't have to watch me curse and insult people and stuff. But it's become kind of like a trope of the channel now, and it's like you can't wash it off. Suddenly it's like it's part of my thing, and it's a bit cathartic too. Like I do get kind of angry about it. So beat on there and also I kind of make myself laugh sometimes when I do it. But yeah, there are 2 schools of thought. I think there are some people who really like Chonko coming up with free-form ways to insult someone's mother and whatever because of their bad packaging, or there are people who get bummed out by it, and the people who get bummed out by it, I understand. And if you want to bail on those videos, at that point, I understand. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. But I got another LB Cole. Actually, this was it was just right around the same time that Dope sent the one that he sent me. Oh, but I was going to mention, everybody subscribe to Dope. Wanted to say it one more time. But yeah, this all famous police cases. I got this from Bry's channel, from Bry Comics.
Yeah, I follow Bry, but it's been a while since I've had the chance to watch him. I've been watching so many other people's channels. I haven't seen Bry in a bit.
He does well with like the comics he sells. I think he offers there's like a pay over time option, and sometimes by doing that, you can stretch it out over, like, I think if you do it over 4 payments, it's like same as cash. So it's like over 2 months, 4 payments or something. So sometimes that works out. And yeah, I don't know, really cool. Love LB Cole.
He's pretty awesome. I mean, two of everybody knows that Steppo and Alan love him to death. So,
oh yeah, he's like one of those kind of undeniably great golden age, or mostly golden age cover artists, and so distinctive. Like you can kind of see it right away when you see LB Cole. There are a few like calling cards to him, especially like the primary colors that he worked in and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. I know Johnny. He won one of the Spider-Man 1 from Bry in the pack rips, and then was able to. If anybody's not familiar with the story, he was able to trade that with some other things to get like his Grail. He got an X-Men 1, so he's got like X-Men 1 through 1 billion. He's got like all the X-Men.
Well, honestly, Johnny just gave me one of my Grails that I was looking for. The first appearance of the supervillains. It's one of those ones that if I come across it, I was going to get it this summer, and I really appreciate it. So, yeah. And Johnny's right. This is about you, Chonko. Push yourself, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I think it's cool to push other people too. But yeah, first time I met Johnny, he handed me like a stack of these comic strips from the like 1930s, or just I didn't even know him, but I hit him back. I think you're going to see Johnny drop a video of a Chonko opening. So everybody check out Johnny's channel. You'll see some stuff.
Very nice.
And I think everybody knows I'm collecting Witch's Tales, the Golden Age Witch's Tales run. I want to say I got like about 8 or 9 left, something like that. But I was able to cross off another one. So this is Witch's Tales number 2 in a 4.0. And it is
nice.
It's really cool. Like the lady's in the bed, and you can barely see them, but there's all these ghosts like haunting her, like all around the dark room. And yeah, I love this run, and I'm getting close. I'm getting some of the copies I have are not the best.
That can't be an easy series to get. All these pre-code horror, apart from the fact that yours seem to be in reasonably good shape. Because I can see the one behind. It looks like a 3.0 from where I'm sitting.
I think
the one on your rack there.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's some value to these books. So I can only imagine like how harder it is to get these kind of things. Are you watching all of the same auction sites that Alan does, like the Heritage Auction and all that other places that have them? Because my top 2 are My Comic Shop and eBay. I don't go to Heritage. That's a little out of my price range, especially since I have to convert everything.
I've given away some of my secrets on another channel, but I'll do it again here. But Comic Link is sometimes it's good. I like it. Especially you can find stuff that people overlook there. I find. And I'm going to show some stuff that people overlooked, actually. And I'll tell you kind of, I just got some of these from the current auction, and I have a couple more arriving where kind of like trying to get things like way below fair market value when I can. But My Comic Shop is a great place too. Yeah. Heritage I watch, but I've actually never bought anything off Heritage. But eBay's more, I think for me, it's more modern stuff. I think people are crazy with their prices on eBay. Sometimes I get good stuff though.
I followed Heritage on one thing, and there was a 2.5 Action 252 up there.
Mm.
And I thought about it because at the time it was at 1100. But then I had remembered there's a buyer's premium, there's shipping, and then multiply that by 1 times 4, 1.1, 1.4 for my currency, and it suddenly wasn't that cheap anymore.
Right.
So,
And another tip for people, if
and
you
I would have had to pay customs duties as well because it would have fallen in the large extra. So that would have been another $300 in Canadian.
yeah, that does make it definitely tough. But another key for note for people, if you're on eBay and you see something you like, specifically something older, look, if it's from My Comic Shop, don't buy it on eBay. Go to My Comic Shop. It's usually you'll might save, sometimes 10-15% just by buying it at their site rather than on eBay. The same listing from the same place. So yeah, don't buy it on eBay. If you see My Comic Shop, always go to their site. You'll get a better deal.
Agreed. You can end up doing things like, for example, Alan actually can get a discount sometimes because he buys so many books at once
Mm.
that sometimes they'll chop off a couple percentage points because he's done so much. Alan's also got one of those links. If you want to go to My Comic Shop, for example, here's one of the ways. Alan has mentioned this before. I'm going to go on for a second.
Sure.
One of the ways you can help out a YouTube channel is when they have the little links in their descriptions of videos, using those. If you go to My Comic Shop through Alan's channel, like if you click on the link on Alan's channel or anybody else who has that link on there's a couple other people, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I have seen it on other people's channel links. That person gets $3 towards their next purchase. It's not much, but the fact is you're still going to make the buy, and then you can help that person out. They also get a message on who has done it, so they are able to say, like in Alan's case, when I did it, he mentioned in a video that I didn't know until that point. I didn't know that he would know that it was me until he said it, because I wasn't. It wasn't something that came up in conversation, but it's a way to help out channels, and it helps you later because you may end up being in the position one day where you're going to get the link down there and you're going to want people to use it, and so on and so on. And the word does get around. So, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to piggyback off what you're saying, we always help out the people that are cool in this, which is almost everyone. I mean, almost everyone in like YouTube comic book, world, they're, if you're making videos or, in the comments, almost everybody's really cool. It's like 95% of people are really great. And the 5% that aren't, you can pretty much ignore. So yeah, helping people out is the right way to do things.
I will make a point to follow on AG's point here that Heritage is a good place for deals on groups of comics. I would agree. Again, the prices started to get a little out of my price range, but the deals I've seen, like I've seen them offering 10 Detective Comics from the Silver Age as a run, like this book to this book. And when you added it up together, it would have been about a 40% saving, even with the customs and the things, but it was still a little high for my my budget at the time. So
yeah. Another just another note on My Comic Shop before I forget. If it's in consignment, and it's like, there's a like where you're able to make an offer, always make an offer. And and I've done that several times, and I pulled it off the wall. I wasn't going to show this, but I people have seen this before, but just as a note for mycomicshop.com. But I think everybody's heard the story. I sold a couple of like Grail level comics when I was very young, when I was in the military and I had no money, and I sold it for Christmas presents. I sold a Spider-Man 129 first Punisher and a Hulk 181 first full Wolverine. I was trying to get these back for like 30 years, and just over the past year and a half I was able to get both. Several months ago, I was finally able to replace my Hulk 181. with a new copy that I got on my comic shop, and I did it by negotiating with someone who had it on consignment, and I got it really well under fair market value, and I got a really good copy. But this is my Hulk 181 and an 8.5.
It's so nice to see those those books. I can't believe that when I got back into comic books in 2010, those were still less than $300 in the 9.8, and now they've just gone.
Yeah, these
and
are.
It isn't a COVID, but it isn't just a COVID bump. I mean, everybody suddenly wanted it.
Yeah, these were. Yeah, I saw Communion, talking about his LCS, but my LCS back then is they screwed me on both of the comics that I sold, and it's a sore spot for me. Like I talk about it. TM.
It's the first appearance of the word Wolverine on a cover.
Right. I think it's is it the first Wendigo maybe?
Yeah, it might be the first Wendigo as well, but
right. But oh yeah, TM. By the way, I was just telling Matt, I have both of your packages. I've sent to everybody's packages except the ones that got to go to Canada because I got to fill out this form. They're going on Saturday though. I have time. I didn't have time last weekend. Anyway, you're getting cool stuff. Both of you are getting a lot of cool stuff and Chonko swag. So, but anyway, but yeah, I just got some other cool stuff off of Comic Link, and these were all things that where I was, I bid, again, way under what the fair market value is, but I just got an astonishing number 37. This is the last astonishing before in pre-code. This is this poor Pierre. I've seen Alan show this before. He's like being dissolved in this tub. I don't know why he's being dissolved in a tub. But this is a cool series. This astonishing, and yeah, I put in what was a fairly low bid.
By his face, I think it's happening while he's still alive.
Right. It's almost like he's made of paint or something, though. It's like I'm not really sure what it's. I'm not reading it because it's in the slab, but yeah, this is the last issue of Astonishing before the code, and yeah, I think I got this. It was like $55 or something, like not a lot of money for what it is, and that's why I always say, and a lot of times you got to read and you got to kind of pay attention to what it is. A couple others that I did that same thing with. I think you'll appreciate this one, Matt. This one, I don't know if people just didn't care, but I got a Shazam #1 in a 9.0.
See, I think that's awesome. I have the trade paperback of the entire series of that, so I haven't bought any because I feel that I can read them, so I didn't buy any. But that is a fantastic book that should be worth more.
Absolutely, but and it's not a very a totally expensive book in a 9.0 on its own, but this is the first time the Captain Marvel family reappears after the Golden Age is this issue, and first time it's under the title of Shazam, and also the other thing with this was some people were not looking at, and this is another one. I got it for like $50, and I mean it's just a little over $100 book, but still, I mean it's something where people are not bidding. I'm sorry.
You're saying $50?
Yep.
I paid the equivalent in Canadian, which would be about 75, for DC Comics Presents 47, which are not 47, sorry, 49, which is Black or sorry, 46. It's one of those numbers in there where Black Adam made his first appearance in the age. And,
yeah, that's huge.
So like that book should be worth more because considering how Black Adam had one appearance in the Golden Age. His first appearance, he died. Was not shown again. And considering his popularity today, I'm surprised that one isn't worth more as well.
Sure. Yeah. What I'm kind of trying to say with this is like, if a lot of these people don't pay attention to, or they don't read the notes, or they just blow by it. And again, sometimes they'll have like 3 of them listed, and they'll say like, there'll be like a 9.8, a 9.6, and then a 9.0, and people totally disregard the 9.0, and they'll bid up the other two, and you can kind of sneak in it and get a really nice comic that way under fair market value. A 9.0 is a beautiful copy, and you can have this really cool book that other people weren't really paying attention to. It's another one of my tricks that I do.
Right.
And this is another one of the same thing. It's a classic Kirby cover, another one that people were not bidding on, and I got a Sandman #1 at 9.6. And I think this was like 70, and it's like normally like $120 book, but still it's like well under fair market value to get it. And I mean, it does. I mean, it's probably more, closer to like 90 by the time you put in fees and tax and that kind of stuff. But still, it's still under fair market value to get a really cool #1 and one that I wanted. So yeah, another thing, just tips when you're on these auction sites.
That is really cool, Robbie. And now that Biggie says it's 49, he's correct. Now I remember that. My dyslexia kicks in sometimes. I have numeric dyslexia at times, so I flop over numbers like 6 and 9 and 2 and 3. They throw me off when they're there. Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. No, Robbie, that is a cool book to own. Marvel Family 1. That is the first Black Adam. That is an amazing book. It was that story was reprinted in one of the Adventure Digests. So I was able to read that as a kid. And I always thought that was awesome. And Biggie Shack is also brought up, the Thunder. Yeah, yes. There is an appearance of Shazam as Captain Thunder in a Superman Bronze Age book that predates that Shazam one. I have it. I thought I had it in reach, but no, apparently it's filed. So I had it out for the other day for something for a video. So I mean, I guess I refiled it. But yeah, that the Thunder actually the Captain Thunder story sold enough copies. That's why they started the Shazam series. They finally decided to use their what's the word? Their first rights.
Yeah.
Right of first use. I don't think
and a cool character. Like and at one time was like one of their most popular characters, in Golden Age. Like I think more people should OG Captain Marvel or Shazam. I always thought he was a great character.
Well, one of the things that I've put on my top 10 list to get this year is any book from Fawcett that stars a member of the Marvel family. I'm throwing that out there, any book, because I mean, obviously I'm not going to chase the $1,000, $2,000 books. If I'm going to spend $2,000 on a book, I'm going to try and get 252 or Adventure 247. So, but
I collect Captain Marvel Jr.
Captain Marvel Jr. and most of his books are actually reasonably priced between $50 and $100. So,
and the coolest covers, like really weird covers, like a lot of weird art and stuff, which is right up my alley. The eye popper, which is one of my favorite covers, where he's punching the monster and all the eyes are popping out, is fantastic. And I showed that on Dope Show last week, I think. So,
and as an Elvis fan, knowing that Elvis styled his hair based on a Captain Marvel Jr. Well, most people don't know this, but Elvis was a natural blonde. He dyed his hair black. See, he dyed his hair black. He dyed his hair black because people thought he would make it bigger if he had darker hair, and he wanted darker hair because he wanted to look like Captain Marvel Jr.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. Maybe I've heard you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might have heard you say that.
It's not the first time I've said this. So,
okay. But then I got a couple bigger comics over the last couple months, but
before we go off that, Thomas is right. The cape that Elvis used in the 70s was also stylized after him. Elvis loved that character. He kept all his Captain Marvel comics.
Yeah, that's cool. Then I just got another recent a big spicy sausage of a book. People have probably seen this already, but Yeah, I got a Witchcraft 5, which is
Nice.
one of my favorite covers from Pre-Code Horror, and I think I'm having an artist do a commission based upon this cover for the channel, and if it turns out the way I think it will turn out, I think it's going to be really cool. And it's going to be like Chonko related, but direct taken from this cover. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, that's a beautiful book. There was one question I had for you though.
Sure.
Where do you get your t-shirts? Your shirts are awesome.
Did you see the one I'm wearing?
No, I'm not. I haven't seen the one you're wearing today, but Weird Al. That is awesome.
I just got this.
The first concert my wife and I ever went to together was Weird Al.
JSS is asking, I feel CBCS versus CGC. I think if it's a comic that I'm going to sell, I want CGC. But if it's a comic that's added to my personal collection, I don't care. Like I think CGC slabs look a little cooler, but for selling, for some reason, people pay a higher premium for CGC. If people don't know, I sell comics on eBay, mostly modern comics. I'll do is if something is kind of like a FOMO comic, I send it into CGC, get it back, and then I will sell it on eBay, the slab version for profit. And that's one of the ways I get some money for buying mostly like Golden Age stuff or Mark Spears stuff, or the stuff that I really want to keep. So,
oh, Wayne, I thought it was a 70. I thought it was 72. I thought my mistake. I thought that Superman was 1972. My apologies. And by the way, everybody out there, please feel free to correct me. I don't want the information to be wrong.
It's a Kelly Free cover, Biggie. Yeah, sorry, I probably should have said that. And so then I got a couple cool like large volume type books. These were a couple things that I think a lot of people know I really like Bruce Timm. I think there are a lot of people like Bruce Timm, and people will appreciate Bruce Timm for different reasons, for his Batman run, or the animated series, or a lot of his good girl art kind of stuff. But I just got a couple of these things. So this is all good girl art of Bruce Timm, and it's naughty and nice. Yeah. So
I think I've seen that at Alan's place. Actually, I think he's got that.
There are several of these. These type things where it's a collection of Bruce Timm art, and got that one, and then I got another one. This one's called The Big Tease, Bruce Timm, and it's similar. A lot of Bruce Timm good girl style.
I love how Bruce Timm draws so that they look like 1940s, 50s pinup girls. I really love that style. Yes, it's the style. Like this girl here, this woman here on The Big Tease here, it makes me think of the way Haley Atwell was dressed in the movies. It's just, and she was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and I think people saw it at C2E2. I was able to buy a cell, an original cell from the Batman comic. I mean, a cartoon, and and that was really cool. And I was it kind of blew my comic budget for that, but it was worth it. And I only had a few more things. I know we're running out of time. We're gonna have to go.
We got a couple minutes yet.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody else. I'm sure you're reading this, Matt. But the Batman Hush 2 storyline.
Yes,
I love it. Like I love it.
I'm loving it. I've heard a lot of people don't like it very much, but my advice to people is let's see. Okay, I personally liked it, but let's see where it goes overall.
Mm-hmm.
This may just be a slow build.
I don't think it's a slow build. I think it was like,
I don't think so, but I've heard other people and other channels say that, and that's fine. Again, the best thing about comics is it's all subjunctive to what your taste is, and no one's right and no one's wrong. All I've always said is that I want to give everything a chance.
but I mean, when you start the story with torturing and murdering like one of the all-time biggest villains of all time, it's like, wait, what? It blew my mind. Are you
kidding? I was cheering him on.
Yeah.
Like, die, Joker, die.
But it's like, it's shocking. It's shocking. I think it shocked me. I was like, oh my God.
It shocked the living heck out of me too. What shocked me more is the lengths. Oh my God, Robbie, no.
Whoa. Whoa. That's a big sausage. That's a big sausage. Oh my gosh.
Well,
that is a big spicy sausage.
I think I just made my threshold.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, Robbie, I'm going to give you the video that I have. It's silly, but here we go. Give me some money. Give me some money. Because that's the only thing I was able to put together with my wonderful editing skills. Oh, Robbie, thank you very much. But oh man, that's a lot.
That is fantastic, and how generous people are in this community, in this hobby. It's always shocks me. And Robbie, if you're on Instagram, drop me a private message with your address. I'll send you some Chonko swag. I'll get you a T-shirt and some cool stuff.
Oh, Robbie, wow.
And oh no, I believe it. That's fantastic. But
wow.
But anyway, I'll just I know you're probably out of breath for a second. So
I'm blown away. Like
it's okay. I'll continue with the thing. But I got the Batman Hush 2. I got the Ashcan edition. So actually I had a couple more of these, and someone to Rich, and I think someone to Johnny too. So yeah, just the Ashcan, always kind of cool to get an Ashcan, you know. And it kind of blew me away too. I'm a little bit, tripping over my words here, but
I will say this: Robbie has been a fan from day one, just about, and he's been very positive to me. He has said some very nice compliments over the last year. By the way, at the end of this month, I'll have been done this a year. I have a special episode of the Tuesday night's show coming to celebrate that. I have 2 guests that have confirmed for it. I may have 2 more. So just keep that in mind for May 27th.
Oh, so Robbie doesn't have an Instagram, but or just if you drop me your email on one of my videos or something, if you could, I'll make sure I get your information. I'll send you Chonko swag and
Robbie, send me a message about any video you want to see me do. You're getting the very special membership thing. You tell me a video, I will make it.
Yeah. And if you have a YouTube channel, everybody subscribe to Robbie. Or if you want to make one, we will all help you. We'll all promote your channel.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I am so blown away. The generosity tonight between the books I got from Johnny and the AOK from Robbie. I'm like, oh,
they're good people, man. Like they're like really, and a lot of people. Well, you're a good one, man. Like you're like,
Oh, we've got another AOK. AG is just put in 1999.
Another good dude. AG is another good dude.
He is he has been, he was one of my first members, and he gave me my
able to retire by the end of this episode.
I'm going to have to come up with a better video than that, because that just it was hilarious, because I don't know how many people out there, but I'm a huge Spinal Tap fan.
Oh, I love Spinal Tap. I love that video.
I always find that song hilarious because they're supposed to be the Beatles, right? Like with that
Right.
whole thing. It's just absolutely hilarious. Rob Reiner is one of my favorite between that movie and The Princess Bride. I think he's one of my
Oh yeah,
favorite makers of all time.
both classics.
Oh,
Like I could watch both of those many times.
yeah.
This one goes to
And
11.
yes, I know. I say that all the time at home.
Yeah.
My wife's kind of sick of hearing that. Oh, geez, JSS Brooklyn. Oh, we've got another one.
Everybody.
Oh, wow. Well, give you
Another
some
another
money.
good dude. JSS, another good guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, I have to wrap it up because I have to get ready for Biggie's show. But
absolutely.
I want, oh
Yeah,
my
sure.
God. Thank you very much to everybody tonight. I have listed the members' names in the little thing that the ticker tape going at the bottom. But I will always show the board of the members: AG, Big Nasty, Chonko, Comic Collector Geek, Son of Crom, Cliff on Comics, Ryan Riley, Robbie Josephs, Rad Art and Comics, Ben Compton, Figure Drawing, Comic Mike, Collecto 6, and TM Nerdy. Thank you all very much. Thank you to all my subscribers. And please note, there will be a giveaway at 740 subs. And this one is going to be substantial because I have time between it. I plan on giving out 7 prizes. So stay tuned to see what goes on. Thank you, everybody out there. My name's Matt. I love comics, and I'm really beginning to love the comic community. You have no idea. Thank you very much, guys.
It's a beer, JSS.
Yeah. So have yourselves a wonderful night. And if you're not doing anything 10 minutes from now, come watch us over on Biggie Shack. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.